Kemba Walker, step back, Walker, cardiac Kemba, does it again!
Ubilis, 7 seconds to go. Three-pointer.
Oh! Hutchins! Double order!
Again, comes down to fundamentals.
Oh! My goodness! Sorrentine hit that one from the parking lot.
Watford for the win.
Yes! Yes!
Trip to the Sweet 16. Taylor's got it. Rises up. The shot.
And it's good! It's good! From the corner! And it's over! Gonzaga! The flipper still fits! Ha ha! College basketball!
What's going on, gentlemen?
Cheers. What up?
Cheers. Yeah, some wild games tonight. Hand up. I entirely thought Chattanooga was dead. Congratulated them, and somehow, who was that? Bradley blew that. I don't know how they did that. I had given up. I flipped the channel off. I was watching the CBI game and some spring training baseball. I have nothing on that game. I didn't even watch it because I just gave up. Ellie, you're muted.
Can you hear me now?
10-4.
Yeah, I had Bradley on a double down bet. I had Bradley minus the 3.5. Then I had him in a little money line parlay with Illinois State. Illinois State came through, but then Bradley couldn't come through for me. So lost two units in that one. So that was tough.
Yeah. No, I had Bradley minus 3. Luckily, I hit Illinois State plus money. So if one of these teams can come through, Cleveland State or Oklahoma State, I'll be in the green regardless of a 2-2 record. So with hitting the plus money, yeah, man, don't do that shit again. But in our group chat, but Bradley, tales of two halves in college basketball, man. Bradley at home just choked it away, and Chattanooga kind of was D'ing up. Bradley started missing more shots. I mean, they still shot 54% from the field. But the turnovers were a huge factor in this game. Chattanooga with only 5, Bradley with 12. It was evident that that was the main issue of that game.
They only had 5 turnovers?
Chattanooga did, yeah.
Wow. Surprising stat.
Shots are the defense is pretty good too, but yeah, hitting Illinois State, win margin 1-10 plus 195. That was so kind of
that almost covers 2 losses.
Yeah, maybe an angle that like something to look at for those 6-point spreads or 9-point spreads that we like. I mean, I've hit a couple of those now, so maybe something to kind of test out. I know it's late in the year, but something to maybe test out for next year and keep in mind with those 5.5 to 9.5 range spread that we know and love. If you like the favorite, Oklahoma State. Wow, great game. But yeah, that's maybe an angle to look at with those 6.5-point spreads.
Yeah, it's been pretty profitable, I've noticed. Well, for whenever you've taken them, but they seem to be coming through a little bit here. So definitely something to look forward to. And shout out the Nut Butter Posse. Put some Mark Pope nut in your mustache. Hey, buddy, enjoy that because you're getting your freaking teeth kicked in by Mr. Rick Barnes and company. Come Thursday, Friday, whenever the hell you got to play them. You enjoy that, get your licks in. I don't expect to see you here after that. Go back into hiding. But thanks for the view. Thanks for the support, man. We really appreciate you, Mr. Nut Butter.
Yeah, we will be doing our 16 picks tomorrow episode tonight, going over the NIT and then the CBI game. We'll try to come up with a line or give our angle on it. So pretty short episode. Tonight or tomorrow will be our Sweet 16s picks officially, and we will start at our normal time around 10 to 10:15 start time. So
Yeah, tomorrow we'll do Sweet 16. A little scheduling conflict popped up today, so we had to go a little later. But no big deal. We got a couple games tomorrow to go over, and then tomorrow we'll do the entire Sweet 16 and whatever hell's left. This Texas game. Oh shit! I got 8 seconds.
They called something though. A timeout. Oh my gosh!
Did he even get that off?
I think he did.
No. Why do you let the play run all the way to 2 seconds left and then you call a timeout? It was already broken. Should have called a timeout before that.
Was that a 3 that he hit?
Yeah, fucking off the glass, off the rim, bounced off the glass again and fell in.
So how much time is left?
God, there's got to be like a second and a half, 2 seconds.
I can't see because of all the fucking people's heads in the fucking way.
I don't think it was a 3-0. It was. Oh, I can't see that fucking guy. He's like, yeah, nobody does it like Sig New and the fucking crowd guy right there.
See, he didn't even get it off.
So
he didn't even get it off. So it's probably good that he did that. They called the timeout.
I love this arena.
Oh, okay. So they got saved. Okay, so
yeah, good angle though, man. You couldn't get one more other camera angle for the NIT game on ESPN.
Dude, this is the most people I've seen in Gallagher Arena all fucking year too.
I know.
The NIT game.
I mean, yeah.
Oh man, 0.7. So you just got to fucking fired up.
No dribble, you can shoot it though.
Yeah. But I hope you run a good inbounds play.
Here we go, 0.7. So he didn't get it off?
No, he didn't get it off.
How could you tell?
Because his hands raised up just over that guy's head.
I couldn't even see over the guy's head.
Oh man, if he hits another one. Great live show, but this is too intense to take my eyes off it right now. Oh, they got some. Hey, they have a couple of hot fans in Oklahoma State. All right.
They got a good look.
What a game, man! Couple steals. Yeah, they did.
Damn.
I love the emotions of March.
Those fans have no idea that first shot would have never counted anyway, though.
Oh, I know.
Oh.
Yeah, you can ask for a better look with 0.7 seconds on an inbound.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's head's right in the way. Really good fucking angle, ESPN. You guys, no wonder you're a failing company. God. What a joke. Head's in the way for both threes.
Oh, man, that was so close. If he would have hit that an inch or so higher on the backboard, would have banked right in.
Before we chop up 2 games on the slate, really nice episode, but Richie Pitino.
Yeah, Xavier.
A little pump fake action. I thought he was going to Villanova.
I did too. Dude, he got announced to Xavier 6 minutes after Chris Mack put out the tweet that he wasn't leaving. Xavier was just waiting. They're like, they were going to get there. They were going to go with Chris Mack again, which would have been an objectively hilarious hire to rehire the guy who followed Sean Miller originally. And after Sean Miller's second stint, you bring back Chris Mack for his second stint just for him to leave in like 3 years. That would have been funny, but regardless, they shouldn't be too bad. I mean, I think Minnesota was a rough one for him, but he was pretty young. Now he's got a pretty good team at New Mexico. He had some good years. Now you got Dent in the portal. You got to think Dent's going to follow him to Xavier in the Big East here. You'd imagine, but
oh yeah, he's definitely going to Xavier.
I was watching the TCE and they're like, now watch Dent go to St. John's to play for his dad.
IU, yeah, maybe. Not a bad call either.
Yeah, he's probably going to go to Wisconsin, for being honest.
Yeah. True.
K-State,
they spent all their money on their last roster. I don't know if they can afford them.
We reload, baby. We're farmers of America. We reload. Don't worry about us over here.
A little scarred after last year, though.
They spent too much money on Coleman Hawkins.
We're doing just fine. The funny thing is everybody was hoping that we'd have a lot of people that already entered the transfer portal, and we're one of the only teams that hasn't had a single player enter the transfer portal yet.
You guys in Akron.
So the fans are bugging right now because they were expecting a lot of people to transfer, and nobody's transferred so far. So the fans are kind of freaking out.
Does Coleman have another year? Or is he done?
No, he's done.
A senior, right? All right.
Yeah.
Well, he entered the portal of life, so there you go. You got rid of one. Yeah. No chance he goes to the NBA either.
I'll take him over Dickinson any day.
Fair.
Malik Renew, he'll be a Jayhawk. Mark my word.
I heard that's terrible for the Jayhawks.
I disagree. I think he's a great player. He was the best player on IU. Unfortunately, he got a knee injury. I think I watched every game this season. He'd be a great addition on any team.
You think KU even?
Oh yeah.
What do you think they utilize him as? Like a 4-man? 3-4?
What do you want him to dribble the ball up? What do you mean?
But I mean, you have Flory as the 5, so you just utilize him as a 4. Is he more of a hustle player, or is he more just kind of get you a good bucket, mid-range and in?
He'll get you 20 points to, inside the paint. He'll have 4 fouls in the first 20 minutes of the game, though. So great player. He'll do great on Auburn or Kansas. Those are my predictions for where he goes. But he did call it the University of Indiana after being there for 3 years. That's pretty bad. I'll say that. Come on, Cleveland State.
I mean, we're gonna have to dive on into this portal here, like in the coming weeks. But I think I saw 1,700 fucking players in the portal.
Yeah, I heard isn't Tanji going? He transferred.
I think he's done.
I think he's done.
Yeah. He asked for 1 more year eligibility. I think he's transferring.
Yeah,
if he gets 1 more year eligibility, he'll be back.
No, he's transferring to Illinois.
Shut your ass up. He ain't going to fucking bum-ass Fib University.
Where's Jen M? Come on.
Jen has other thoughts about that, Trevor.
What's that?
I said Jen has other thoughts about that.
Yeah, but she does. But he ain't going to get him. If he gets another year, he'll be back. He's the man. The ball's always in his hands. He gets to play on a national stage. He will return.
Let's go. How about Cup of Joe? This is tough. This is the tough stretch. I agree. I actually lost some. I had like 56 units last year, and I went down to like 48 on the year. So it's a tough one. But yeah, NCAA women, a little edge there on the totals. I like it. Hey, take a -30.5 spread. It doesn't matter in those first rounds apparently.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking, I was like, why are we not just blind betting UConn and USC and South Carolina and all these other freaking teams in the first round?
Do you see? Speaking of that, did you see the line for that K-State USC game?
No.
It's a pick 'em.
Because no Juju Watkins.
I don't think it should have shifted as much. I'm a K-State fan. I think we're really good, but USC looks very good even without her. I think as a pick 'em, that's too much respect for Juju to move a line that much. Personally,
what was the original line?
I guess too much disrespect to USC versus respect for Juju. She's good, dude.
Oh, she's fantastic. Really but good. I think it's disrespectful to her team.
Please cover 4.5
and 1.
No, please cover 4.5. Ooh, I'm on Cleveland State.
I thought it was just 6. I know. I have nothing. I thought it was just 66-65. I must have missed some. Did he get
it's
the
75 5 seconds ago, FGCU just fouled. Cleveland State's going on the line to go up 7. Here comes a backdoor 3 though to put me in the red. If this hits, I'm in the green. So come on.
I'm still in the red without it, so it's been fun. It's been a nice day in the red.
Yeah,
That's only betting 4 games tonight gets you, though, man. I mean, I know we're not able to bet more than 4 games tonight, but that's what I was living and dying off the first part of this year. I mean, last year it worked for me. I did fine, but sometimes it just happens. Tough to go on a.
There you go. Congrats.
Yes. Bang. The plus 92, but with juice because the plus 195. Let's go.
Well, shall we dive into these 2 games we
Yeah,
have for tomorrow? At least real quick?
2 games. Maybe see if a line pops out for the CBI, and if not, we could still guess our pick. I bet it'll be a 2 to 3 point spread, to be honest. So
Be somewhere around there. It's not going to be. I don't think it'll be huge.
thanks, Joe. Thanks. Appreciate you, boss. And that was funny about the eggs comment you had.
What's up, dude?
Yvonne, what's up, my man? Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, don't sleep on Kiki. She fire. Dude, USC's be good. Tournament's going to be looking good all around. So,
yeah.
I'll take my lunch money. Well, let's get into it.
Birmingham, UAB heads to the Anteaters. Anteaters laying 4.5 here. Am I just seeing NBA talk pop up just for after this game, or is Yaxel just randomly opting out now? That can't be true, right?
He's going to the draft. You saw?
I've been seeing some NBA stuff popping up, but
I mean, I think he has another year left, so he might be exploring an NBA opportunity after this year, possibly. I think he's still playing though, because why would he play that last game or the game before that, and then not play this final or possibly the final game to get to the Final Four for the NIT? Doesn't make sense to me. But I mean,
that's what I thought. I was just double checking. I don't know if you guys heard something or saw something.
I haven't seen anything personally.
Well, regardless. Oh, this is the late game, but whatever. There's only 2. It doesn't really matter.
Dude, yeah, it's at 9. What's wrong with you?
I didn't hit my time filter.
Did not. You lose your hair, and then you
yeah.
It's just you gotta you're just getting over things,
I'm adjusting.
Big adjustment. Now it's just you did season. You didn't want the Tim Lincecum look and Randy Johnson look. You wanted I don't know.
Dude, trust me, by July the shit will be back. It'll be it grows ridiculous.
Oh, by pump fake pod it will be. Oh yeah.
Oh, by far.
The full season pump fake pod. We'll still have episodes in soft season.
Yeah, I'll probably get a cut in June or July, and then I'll let it grow out for deer season, and we'll see if I get a cut before March Madness again.
Is that why'd you cut it again? You're going to jail?
No, I just got sick. I get sick of long hair, but I was just too lazy with all the games going on and shows and shit. I was just like, well, I'm not leaving work and going to a freaking my friend so she can cut my hair just so I can miss the first half of some of these games. I got to be locked in. So here we are in March. I was like, all right, I got time before I go to the bar for 40 hours to go get my hair cut.
Was the bar freaked out when you walked in? Like, who is this guy?
Yeah, the normal bartender's like, you cut your freaking hair. I was like, yeah, I cut a lot of it. She gave me a free drink. She's like, I know that must have been tough. Here's my first drink of the freaking tournament was on the house for my haircut. So I was like, all right.
There's just a rug on the ground after cutting your hair. I had hair down to here. I remember how many, and mine's like curly, like it kind of froze out, but all the hair on the ground, can imagine.
Yeah, so. Yeah. I turned around and looked. I was like, my God.
Almost like you need like an Annie. All the floor, little hair off the floor to pick it up the anteater. And what would you say? How much might be cutting out here. My internet's been kind of shit tonight, but how much you put 4.5 months. Anteater's got to pick hair. Perfect combination. Give me the Anteaters to lay the number here at home. I think UAB is too easy to pick it. We saw a plus 5.5 it opened at. Now it's down to 4.5. People are betting UAB. How could you not? Better conference, better up-tempo team. But this UC Irvine team is playing with a vengeance. I think we see them get it done at home. The home team split 1-1, or both home teams lost tonight in the NIT. I'm tempted to do first half, but I think this is where the foul game comes in, like we saw with Cleveland State at the end. And Irvine controls most of the game with their defense and their dominance down low. And then it's a 2-point game for most of the way, and the foul game takes us over the hump. Give me the Irvine. I don't know if Anteaters eat human hair, so I was just making it up.
We'll never know, to be honest. We'll have to go watch Discovery Channel or something to find out. Damn it, I gotta go search for this game.
Yeah, I'll be on Irvine as well here. I'll lay the 4.5. I think they're as Huffer said, they're here to prove a point. You bring up a good point with UAB being in the better conference, but I think the Big West is definitely disrespected in terms of the conference. There's the top 4 or 5 teams are really good, particularly the top 2 teams in UC San Diego and UC Irvine are really, really good teams. As you saw with UC San Diego pushing Michigan to the limit there in that first round of the tournament. I think UC Irvine at home is the play here. They shoot 81% from the free throw line. So down the stretch, if it is a close game, I think that they can kind of extend that out. And you've seen the last 2 games in the NIT, freaking Hahn for UC Irvine just has pulled up and hit a stupid-ass 3 for no reason. Besides that, he just wanted to shoot a wide-open 3 with 15 seconds left, and he made both and almost started a fight in both the games. So he's just randomly just pulling the trigger there at the end of the game. But so I'll be on UC Irvine here. I think that the better defense prevails over the better offense. UAB just had kind of a remarkable comeback. I mean, they had a 7% chance to win with about 10 minutes left to go in that Santa Clara game. So they, after that, 9:30 left, they went on a huge run, came back, beat Santa Clara. I think that maybe is kind of, they used a lot of energy here, and you get a little flat spot, and they're facing a super, super tough defense. Definitely not like a Santa Clara team who just basically defense is optional and they just try to outscore you. I think that favored UAB just because they're going to be able to keep up and play that high-paced tempo with those teams. But with UC Irvine, they're going to want to slow it down, play a slower game, defensive-minded. Give me UC Irvine and the points.
Down low, baby. Win it down low. Rebounds, putbacks, second chance opportunities.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I like Irvine here. Ben Loyton, I know Yaxel Landemore is really damn good, but Ben Loyton's huge. He's going to dominate that paint, and the UAB not a big inside scoring presence. They score a lot of 3. I don't, I'm not saying Irvine's 3 points defense is great, but their defense as a whole is really damn good, and they're going to have the inside advantage. I think Yaxel's really good, but he's going against a 7-1 guy like Ben Loyton, really, really good. They're playing motivated right now. I think Irvine really wants to win the NIT to prove that they deserve that bid into an open bid into the actual tournaments here. So I think they're extremely motivated. If this was in UAB, maybe a little different. Yaxel probably his last game, and Andy Kennedy, I'm sure, is probably going to head somewhere after this season. But I still like the Anteaters here, 4.5. Like Huff said, it's already come down a point. I'll see if I can get a 4. Maybe it'll go to 3.5 or something. But I like this Irvine team. 4.5 again, 81% free throw shooters, great defense, can rebound, can shoot. So I'll take the Anteaters with you, fellas.
The thing about the Big West Conference, when's the last time outside of Hawaii has UC Irvine left the state of California? December 21st.
Really?
This is their ticket. They want to leave Los Angeles and come to the great city of Indianapolis. Trust me. all the LA people want to do it. So,
Mhm.
yep. It's true. It's true. It's expensive.
It's cool to go to the Circle City.
Yep. They love. There's a lot to do there, and better waves out here. To be honest.
Absolutely. Kent State, Loyola. Tonight was I think all the dogs covered. I think every dog covered tonight, to be honest.
Besides Cleveland State and the NIT, yes.
I Cleveland State.
But I kind of want to be on the under here. Is kind of my angle with this. Two defensively minded teams. They're kind of in a tough travel spot. Both out of there on the West Coast on Sunday. Now they turn around and both have the same travel spot. So I think maybe we could see this start a little bit sluggish. Kent State's been a slow-paced team this year. So is Loyola-Chicago. Both of them kind of rely on their defense. I think this game is in the 60s, maybe 70. So 144 seems to be a little bit high for me. If I was going to take I would probably actually take State with plus 2 points. I know Loyola is very good at home, but for some reason, Kent State's just been kind of rolling here. I know they kind of almost let Stanford back into the game there down the stretch. But yeah, I really like the under here, the under 144.5. So that's what I'll be playing. If I had to pick a side, it'd be Kent State plus the 4.5. I think we see a close game.
Yeah, yeah. I've liked what I've seen from Kent State. They looked really good in the postseason here. I know Loyola has too, but I mean they went on the road to Bonaventure, won by 20. Then went up to Stanford 5 days later, got the win. I know it was 2 points, but they still got the win with a significant size advantage. I think what size advantage they do have is their heart. They have a lot of heart in this freaking Kent State team. I think they can get this done. You know, we like to back Loyola at home, but this is a good Kent State team. Loyola's been good, but I think 4.5 is a little much. I don't know if Kent State gets it done, but I don't think they lose this game by multiple possessions. I think it's kind of like Chattanooga tonight, where it somehow came down to a 1 possession game. So I'll take Kent State with the 4.5 here. I just like the heart and the effort and everything that the Flash have been putting out in this tournament here. So I'll take the plus 4.5. And where did this open up somewhere else, or is it?
It was 4.
It opened 5.5 apparently on DraftKings.
Oh, did?
Yeah, 115. It was 5.5. So and that's funny because all the money's coming in on Loyola. 76% of bets, 69% of money, 55% of bets, 73% of money on the spread, and it's come down. So maybe we do grab it right away here. But I like the flashes in this one to get it done. I do have to dip to Kyle's. He's starting a little early for MLB, but
we had good time.
Yeah, it's not bad. The Illinois State, the line didn't drop, but Ken Palm has it Illinois State by 1. So I did put a banner just for 1. If I have to pick this one, I think Illinois State is a team I would side with. I know they didn't look good tonight, but they found a way, got it done, damn near covered the 6.5 in a minute in the game. You know, they didn't play good at all, but I think they can get her done tomorrow. You know, they were dead and they found a way to win. You know, a somewhat second lease on life here. So I'll take Illinois State on the money line tomorrow. Is somebody logged into the StreamYard here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Perfect. All right. Well, we will see.
Cheers,
I'll see you
man.
guys tomorrow for the Sweet
See you
16
tomorrow.
and everything for the big show. Yes, sir. Toodles.
See you guys. Yeah, my connection's been rough tonight, but yeah, I'm with you guys. I like Kent State here. I'm just deciding now if this will be my Loyola-Chicago 1-10 win margin, maybe stab, but I kind of hate more here. Like, I was confident in Illinois State. I was confident on the way with Florida Gulf, but this different. I like this Kent State team, but you know, Loyola at home is They refused to lose at home. The one time they did, they were shaming Sister Jean, not dapping. They learned their lesson from that. We're going to see a defensive battle. I kind of like the under as well too. So I'll just going to decide if I'm going to at the big plus money and get the whale on the Loyola-Chicago 1-10 win margin, or just take Kent State plus 4.5. I'm not sure on that right now. So either way, they're pretty similar caps.
Yeah. I'll be on the under. I'll bet the under 144.5. I don't mind that Loyola-Chicago 1-10. I really don't mind that. I think that Loyola-Chicago gets this done by maybe 2 or 3. I'm just worried that maybe if I did take I think it's going to end kind of right around that number of that 4 or 5, something like that. So I do like that angle of Loyola-Chicago 1-10. But I'll be on the under personally. I just think it's going to be a slower paced game. Both teams, tough travel spot, so I'll take the under 144. And then in terms of the Illinois State-Cleveland State game, I would probably have to side on Illinois State. What?
We for sure have a line on that?
No, we don't. I'm just hypothetically speaking, if I'm going to just pick kind of a money line, because obviously it's going to be probably in that 2.5 range, 1.5, 2.5, something like that range, I would think. I would probably side with them. I'm going to look at the under in that one as well. Just going to be another one where I play the under. Illinois State, their offense isn't very good. I think that Cleveland State can definitely shut them down on the offensive side, and Illinois State does play very slow. You look at Cleveland State, they've kind of played a lot better here offensively, but tonight they kind of really struggled, only putting up 68 against the Florida Gulf Coast team that typically likes to play fast. So now you're getting, you've got Cleveland State playing 3 straight days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You got Illinois State that played Sunday. Monday was off Tuesday Sunday was off Monday, plays Tuesday and Wednesday. So basically 3 out of 4 days and then 3 out of 3 days. I wouldn't mind the under depending on what the number is. So I'll look at the under, but I'll probably end up taking I'll pick Illinois State for the money line.
I like this Illinois State team. I'm rooting for them, but something about this Cleveland State team's got some luck. So it's like we're all in the same plays, which is fine. I'll pick Illinois State. I'm rooting for this team, but if it's more than 2 points on the spread, I'm tempted to take Cleveland State. I don't foresee, unless Illinois State's defense can clamp, that they can blow any teams out with the minimized possessions. But with Cleveland State doing the same kind of tactic and playing style, I don't foresee them being able to blow it out without the foul game. So if it's like a 4-point spread, I'm tempted to take Cleveland State. But if it's 2 points, 1 point, I'll take Illinois State on the money line. So
yeah, I'm gonna be these last 2 games. I'll probably be just playing the full game under. Is probably what I'll be riding. I'll be sweating out some unders tomorrow. But then that first game, the first game, I'll be on that under, and the Loyola game, I'll be the under here, and then I'll be on UC Irvine with the minus the 4.5. So those will probably be my three bets for sure. I'll look and see if the under is like too low. I'll probably end up changing it up, but I'll put it up on the pick sheet like I did today.
3 bets only tomorrow. We're dwindling down, and then only 4 bets on the 27th and 4 bets on the 28th. So we're dwindling down there. But with that low amount of games, we got to bet every game. So yeah, I think that's our show. We're only 3 games on the bet. Tomorrow we will be doing our Sweet 16 poll plays. All 8 games, Thursday and Friday. So no show Thursday night. But we may see a show Friday night going over the Elite 8. So just keep that in mind, everyone. No show on Thursday night, but tomorrow night we will be going over all 8 games in the Sweet 16. It's a lot of bangers. I ranted about this last night. Everyone's mad all the time. They just want to be mad. I'm really looking forward to the Sweet 16. A lot of banger games and matchups that, you know what? If we don't see an Oakland in the Sweet 16 or St. Peter's or hell, even a 13 seed, like it is what it is, man. You can blame the portal, you can blame this and that, but just how the cookie crumbled this year, and it's gonna be a fire weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be a great game.
Oh yeah. The more, it's always fun to watch those Cinderella teams. Make a good run, but it seems like those Cinderella teams they die here in the Sweet 16. They're the Elite Eight generally, and so I'm actually excited. I know it went chalk, but if it goes chalk, it means these Sweet 16 and Elite Eight matchups should be some of the best matchups we've seen all year. There shouldn't be very many blowouts. I wouldn't expect very many blowouts. So yeah, I'm just excited. I want to see if there's a bet out there that I could bet of like no game to be decided by double digits. I might sprinkle a little bit on that.
Yeah, search through every sports book on the if there's a specials page or some shit. Yeah. Yeah, Jen, the season is over, but we will be doing off-season shows, and one of them is stringing together a whole web of the portal. Last year we did it. It was a lot of fun. We literally did like one of like in elementary school, when you line up, there's like two columns, and you like draw the line to like what school and stuff like that. We did that on our sharing our screen. It was a lot of fun. So, but there's 750 plus kids in the portal. I hear now there's like close to 1,000 almost, or a little over 1,000. Who knows the exact number? That's insane. I don't know how you can even keep up with it. And respect to Tom Izzo's comments, but I think kids can shop around, I guess, just like we do our lines now. So,
yep.
Donovan Dent, though, that'd be awesome. If he goes to Xavier. Maybe K-State snags some random guy or something.
We'll see.
I bet you guys get Elliot Cadeau.
No.
No? I mean, I wouldn't want him either, but
he's asking $2 million.
You guys paid Coleman Hawkins almost $3 million, didn't you?
We paid him $2 million.
I would. That's all you need to know.
But I don't want us to have Elliot Cadeau. We already have Doug. Doug's supposed to be staying. He's built up a good reputation with the coaches, with Coach Tang and with Jareem. So I was talking to a couple of his family friends when I was in that Orlando game. A lot of his family and friends came because it was close to the DMV area. They flew down to the Orlando game. So I was sitting by them, and they were telling me, he definitely was a rocky start with him and Coach Tang. They just were button heads, did not get along. But then over the course of the season, they kind of each began to see each other differently through a different scope, kind of through each other's lens, and they kind of really kind of came together. So I feel like I'm expecting a big season from Doug. So that's why I really don't think we need Cadeau, because I think Doug is going to be that guy, just a facilitator. And I'm really excited for him to have a year under his belt. And he was playing good at the end of the year. I mean, you saw when we went on that 6-game run where we were playing some of the best ball in the country, really, beating Arizona, Kansas, all those teams all in a row. He was playing phenomenal basketball. So if he can kind of bring that next year, he can elevate everyone around him. So that'll be something I'm definitely looking forward to for next year for sure.
Yeah, no, I think that, that's be interesting to see who's going to cough up money, or if you guys are going to
for sure
learn from your mistakes and not. But
Indiana
a little easier in Manhattan than Ann Arbor, apparently. I don't know.
What do you say?
I said maybe the academics are a little easier in Manhattan than Ann Arbor, but also maybe a little better leadership in Jerome Tang than Juwan Howard too. So,
that could probably be a little bit of it. Yeah,
little yin and yang of both.
Just a little bit. Yeah. No, we are a state school. And
I went to a state school. Is Z Paulson or whatever the hell? Yeah, Z Paulson. He knows that loud and proud. Wow,
But yeah, no. So yeah, it'll be interesting. There's a I think there'll be some foreshadowing a couple of coaching changes for the K-State coaching staff. So that'll be more to come. I can talk a little bit more about that when things kind of shake out. But yeah, interested to see. It's always a wild time here in this portal when you're getting all those like Jen said, message boards and freaking Twitter going absolutely crazy about 8 million people entering the portal. And then it's a tough job for those coaches now. It's like you get 1,000 guys in the portal and you have to evaluate all these 1,000 guys and pick 7 or 8 guys that fit within your budget, but also fit within your team and your playing style and philosophy. It's not for the faint of heart. So I think, I tend to hope that we do something like Kelvin Sampson does there in Houston, and he kind of recruits those high school level players, is able to kind of keep them around and build them up and kind of get them through the system, and then just add in a couple pieces. I said this earlier in the season. I think it's very hard, and you have to be very lucky and fortunate to be able to find 9-10 people in the portal, bring them all together, and have a fantastic year. Have them all to just build on that. That team chemistry is built through years of kind of coming up through the program together. So I think Kelvin Sampson kind of has a good blueprint where he's got a lot of high school kids that come in. They kind of see what the hell's going on, what to expect their freshman year. If they're good enough, they might play a few minutes. If they're really good, yes, they'll play a lot. But generally, those freshmen, they kind of are on the bench, role players, and then as you've seen throughout the year, everything kind of continues to you get bigger. He gives you a bigger and bigger role, like Jerron Roberts, and then he kind of rotates in with who's the other Tugler? Is it Tugler? I think it's Tugler. Yeah. Tugler. He rotates him in, so then he'll be the piece that once Jerron leaves, he'll be the piece, and then depending on the team that he has, he kind of brings in pieces. He brings in Cryer, he brings in Uzan last year because he needed somebody that was more of a creator off the dribble. He got the shooter in Cryer, but he needed somebody that could create his own shot off the dribble because they didn't have Shed anymore. So I think that's the route that I like to see K-State take. I don't know if that's going to happen, if we can get that to happen. But I would rather see us try to build up through, recruiting classes and then sprinkle in portals rather than just field portal teams every single year. And Jen brings up a good point. It's hard. I mean, you have to create a great culture that Kelvin Sampson's created at Houston for people to want to stay and want to come off the bench and earn the playing time. There's not a lot of kids out there that that are like that anymore. They don't get playing time for 1 year as a freshman, and they're boom off to the transfer portal. So that's where all those rules that we were talking about, Huff, come into play as well.
Yeah, Jen, sad to see. No such thing as, I spelled gratification wrong, I know, but no such thing as delayed gratification anymore. Especially, I mean, my generation definitely is one of them. I understand what delayed gratification and sticking to it, and I was taught that. I raised military. I mean, both my grandparents, both my parents come from the family. They're not military active veterans, but punctual work ethic, that doesn't exist anymore. It's very sad to see, and everyone wants it now. It's just the generation we're in, and even older people too. I mean, they're so used to it and getting it now. Like, it is what it is. Like, I just got back from Puerto Rico. Everything's pretty slow there. There's no such thing as like Americans, they want it now. It's island time, man. You just living life, like live life and on their own time. But the delayed gratification thing and going into work is a completely different scenario, but it's a major problem, and that's a deeper discussion. I'm not a therapist, and that's why I do a college basketball show. So
it's one of those things where, like you said, I just find it. I mean, what are we teaching these kids now? It's when they go for a job interview after their basketball career is done. Very rarely are these people gonna, continue to play for years on years on out. Eventually, they're gonna have to get a job. So what are we?
Like Turkey or something.
Yeah, but like, what are we telling these kids that go in to get a job and then they're like, all right, they don't want to put in the work to earn the raise or to get that next step to the job. So now they're just going to quit that job and go find a different job. So now we're just, instead of teaching like loyalty, work ethic, things like that to get you to where you want to be. You're just basically like, oh, I don't like it. Let me find a better offer. And then people are just jumping ship so quick to find the next best job, quick, instant gratification. Like you said, it's unfortunate because
grass isn't always greener on the other side. Coleman Hawkins.
Yeah. I mean, we should be teaching these players, that hard work, that work ethic.
Paulo.
Yeah.
All these players that transfer, their team did much better this year.
Yeah, and you got to say, it's one of those things where, like Ballo and Coleman Hawkins. I mean, you can definitely chase the money if you want, but money doesn't always buy happiness, and money doesn't buy wins. Clearly, so you can have the biggest frickin' bankroll you got, but you could buy as many players, but if you can't fit them together as a good piece,
Jason, we're bringing in my my cousin, my deadbeat cousin. No, I'm just kidding. But oh no, we're just talking basketball here, bringing in everyone. So
that's what happens, Jason, when you got 3 games to talk about.
Yeah, we're a little filler. But yeah, that's pretty much our show.
And I get, JW brings it up, it's like that's what you get for way to make more money as a transfer company. It's like, I mean, I see it all the time. I work in the medical field in the healthcare system, and there's a lot of nurses I know that they will leave a job and get a different job, and then in a year or two they go back to the hospital that they were at, because the hospitals always will continuously raise the salary of the nurses by $1-2, but they won't give you the raise if you're already like kind of locked in at that salary position, or not salary position, but hourly rate. So what they do is they just hospital hop, is what I call it. And so they'll go to one hospital, make $2 extra, then they'll wait for a year and they'll hop over to the other hospital. So then they can give them $2 extra, and they kind of go back and forth. But like, my thing is what are we teaching people about this? Like, to make more money? Like, come on now. What is that? What's that teaching us?
Nah, I mean, yeah. I think it's people got what we wanted. Everything's just got a slippery slope. Everyone wanted kids to get paid for the most part. How many kids did a presentation on college athletes should be paid growing up? How many people wanted that growing up? And now you're seeing just major issues. But to be honest, the coaches ain't helping either. I mean, just playing pinball around the United States. There's never been that much loyalty recently in college basketball amongst coaches, but it's gone out the hayway. I mean, there's all these stepping stone programs now. I'm surprised. Thought Utah State would lose their 3rd coach now in a row, and become a stepping stone program, kind of like a Drake. But no, they got Jared Calhoun back. So
how about Drake's AD, man? He must be doing something right, because the last 3 coaches, one and done. And now 3 coaches are Big Ten head coaches.
Oh yeah, made the tournament every year. So.
He's made incredible hire after incredible hire. So it'll be curious to see who the next hire is for him, who he finds. Unfortunate though for him, it's like you can't compete with that money. You can try, but those Big Ten schools are gonna have way more money than what Drake can offer.
No, not even that. It's a better job in general, but
true. Yeah. But and freaking goddamn Aura. Transfer into NC State, get that cheddar.
Yeah, that one I see more about, because if your company pulled the rug out on you, jumped ship, and gave you the opportunity to jump ship, like you're probably going to do that if you like the people you work with and whatnot. Like that I can see, but if your coach leaves, more so. But God, as much as I love the work, it's
no, and I get that.
Sometimes they just shove some stuff down our throats in March Madness and pick like 1 or 2 things, like the Dougie McBuckets thing with St. Peter's, and I'm all for it. But like, my God, I don't need to make it into the pig Geico commercial.
Oh yeah, that's what we should. That's what we should be able to bet on. What headline is going to be the most public?
Yeah, well, definitely was Oricon, that's for sure. But let's go ahead and wrap up tonight. We want to keep it under an hour. We only had 3 games. No need to continue. We got a lot to talk about this offseason, as we know. We're both talking about with the portal. Looks like we all liked UC Irvine, I believe. And then also for people that joined, and then also I think we both liked Kent State. Elliott liked the under. I'm liking that Loyola-Chicago win 1-10 margin potentially at home. I don't foresee them blowing Kent State out. And then believe we both liked Illinois State as well too.
Yeah,
I like we no lines yet though.
I like the under in that one as well. In that Illinois State Cleveland State game, I do like the Jen. We're all on UC Irvine. Just send me. You can send me some money. I'll bet on the other two Illinois schools for you if you want to bet on some Illinois basketball. That sucks for Jen.
Law. I never deal with that. I see that
literally the only you can only bet one game. Jen only has one game.
All the people in New Jersey that can't bet on the East Regional, it's insane. Just because it's played in East Rutherford, like what a stupid law. I get some things, but I don't have that in Indiana. We'll take that. We'll take that. Although the other surrounding states have some better recreational laws, I'll say that. But all right, let's go ahead and end the show. UC Irvine, you heard us here first. We love it. We'll call that our favorite play. Yeah, huge asshole. What's up, my man? Thanks, dude, for tuning in. Elliot, any final last words before we get out of here?
Nothing. Let's cash some tickets, baby.
Let's cash some tickets, and we'll see you tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern, 10 at the latest. We'll shoot for 10:15. You know, it kind of goes over 10:20 or so. So we'll be in that 10:15, 10:30 window, chopping up all 8 Sweet 16 games, going over Thursday and Friday's games, going over the big ones. Probably we're gonna have more insights, and it's gonna feel good chopping up more than 3 games. I'll tell you that. So
yeah, 4.
Yeah. Yep. All right, we'll get the portal news going next week. Let's enjoy the rest of the season. I can't believe it's almost over. Hopefully, I don't lose all my 71 units that I've made this season, but I think we'll be all right. So in these 8 games, but we'll start making some more bets or more unit size bets, and I'll indicate that on the sheet as well too. Since we're running out of time, running out of games, I'm feeling confident with the units that I've made this season that I think we can increase just by maybe a 1 or 2 unit plays, and then in the championship, and Trevor does it too. We always drop a 5-unit bomb, so to end the season. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Follow us on Twitter, PumpFakePod, Michael_Helper3, at StooleyPicks, at IM_money with a capital E. Can never get it right. That's it,
doesn't
folks.
matter.
Appreciate you guys. Yeah, doesn't matter. It's like an email. But appreciate all you guys. We are peace and love. Toodles, I guess. I'll speak for Trevor. Toodles. Peace and love, everyone. See you tomorrow around 10:30 Eastern, 10:15 Eastern for Sweet 16.